Does anyone else feel very uncomfortable or weird when people you aren't close with use your name? My first thought when reading this was, that's never bothered me. Then I read some of the comments of people wearing name tags and customers using their names, and I realized something. I won't use someone's name if I don't know them, even if they're wearing a name tag. It just feels wrong to me. I don't mind them using my full name, but when they shorten it, I get uncomfortable. Shortened versions of my name and/or nicknames are for friends and family only. I like it when people take the time to say my name in a friendly manner. Shit could be worse. I once had an older coworker call me numbnuts. Or would you rather be referred to as buddy? You ever work somewhere or go somewhere frequently? Barbershop, corner store, etc. Or maybe your own long-term neighbors. And they never bother to remember your name? To them, you are just buddy. It kinda feels good when somebody takes the time to remember your name and speak to you like a fellow human being and not some robotic appliance. I have always tried to remember and use people's names as a sign of respect for them as an individual with their own identity, and always make an effort to give my own name as well. It never even occurred to me that someone would be offended by the use of their given name. Using your name is not a power play. It puts us on a common level. I don't really like my name in general. Man shrugging. They are probably doing it so they remember your name, especially if they just met you. My name can easily turn into a nickname, so I get weirded out when someone I don't know, call me by a nickname from the get-go. Friends, family, and people I like can call me by a nickname, but it gets weird if anybody else does. It was perhaps less awkward in the recent-ish past, where it was more common to refer to people you were not close with by their last name only, with a Mr., Mrs. if you wanted to show respect. That doesn't happen as often these days, so people will default to your first name even though it still feels a bit overfamiliar. It always bothered me when I worked in customer service and wore a name tag. To me, first names are something that gets used once you have introduced yourselves to each other. Otherwise, I don't know you. We aren't friends. We aren't even slightly familiar with each other. And it's weird to act like we are. If you're just meeting someone who already knows your name and they address you by your name without letting you introduce yourself first, that makes sense. But I can't imagine why it would make someone uncomfortable any other time, since it's just used as an identifier. IDK, how else you would expect people to address others? Looking through here, people seem to believe that it's invasive, and whatever. Please educate me. I understand with a nickname. But your name? I mean, you have it for a reason. If someone knows my name and I don't know how, then I would be a little weirded out. But if I'm with two other people, one knows my name and the other doesn't, and then the first person calls me my name, and then later the other person does it, how is that a problem at all? How would people refer to you otherwise? Pointing at you and saying, "You there." I feel that would be even more disrespectful. I feel the same way, but in Sweden we hardly ever use last names, so it depends on the tone they use. I have some patients at work who I see infrequently, but we have a rapport and they use my name, and that's fine. I don't know them, besides they had a UTI last week or whatever. But it's not uncomfortable in the least. Then I have this older guy who gives off the vibe that he thinks he's like God's gift. And I'm sure he was a good-looking guy before he was nearly 70. I'll admit, he's a decent-looking older guy. Think like Tom Selleck kind of look. but definitely worth of enough to be my dad and not anyone I'd have any interest in. Besides, he's a patient. He's so creepy. He's coming in for weekly injections right now, and he made a point to learn my name day one and uses it every time. It's not the fact that he says it. It's the way he says it. Like I should reward him for knowing my name. He creeps me out. The dude watches every move I make. Like stares at me. I feel like I don't want to turn my back on him because he's probably ogling my ass. He's not really discreet. I sort of wish I'd given him a fake name. But we're a small clinic. I'm sure I'd be found out eventually. Not just you. I really dislike wearing a name tag to work, as I don't like dudes reading my name and then calling me pushing the whole damn time. It feels invasive. Oh yeah. And one guy got my name off of the customer database, and every time I went to the liquor store, he would greet me loudly. Hi Pusheen. Which is a whole different level of uncomfortable, as I was faced with the frequency I frequent that place. Pun intended. And yeah, this might be a bigger problem all in itself. Why is this a problem? Personally, I have the opposite problem. It feels jarring to hear close friends say my name, since they typically talk to me in second person. Whenever they mention my name when talking about something I did previously, it sets off mini alarms. For me. Yes. But I've also felt a sort of disconnect from my name. I have a somewhat unique name. It's a nice name. But I've never felt like it fits me. And sometimes I forget it's my name when people use it. And I don't always respond to it lol. But when strangers use it directly, it makes me feel kind of weird and uncomfortable. Damn, I always try to say the cashiers' names because I think they deserve respect. If you've ever worked in food service, OMG. Okay, here's your ice cream. Quote. Thank you, Shannon. Quote. No, absolutely not. If it is a greeting or they're calling for me, I guess it's okay. What I find uncomfortable is people I don't know using my nickname without even asking.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.